Right, hello everybody. Just out on a short ride to get some petrol and to check these bits and pieces I've got sitting on the handlebars. Sat-nav seems to be working fine. I'm not so happy with the phone though. But that's not the fault of the phone, that's the fault of DJI. The app has some kind of system in it for flipping the view upside down if it thinks you've turned the phone round. Unfortunately, because of the vibration and bouncing around, it's doing it continually, and there's supposed to be a setting in there to tell it not to do that, but it doesn't seem to make any difference. So I'll have to do a bit more investigation into that, see if I can find a way around it. I've got to have it on there though. I did a trip to the west coast earlier in the week and I recorded the trip, but because I didn't have the phone on there to keep an eye on the camera, I ended up with a fly on the lens for a large part of the trip. I went past the 600-mile mark on my way to the west. I'm at 723 now, so technically I'm run in. But what I did find on that trip is that the speedo is reading about 9% faster than you're actually going, which means that the mileage it's giving you is also 9% further than you've actually gone. Apart from that, I'm not sure 600 miles is enough to run in one of these. I think it needs a bit longer. I'm going to give it to 1,000 before I start giving it the full treatment. Not that I'm going to be doing that much anyway. I'm quite happy trundling along at 50 miles an hour. Okay, full tank of juice and a bit of time to spare. I'll go for a wee run. It's definitely feeling a bit chilly. What I'll do is I'm going to head along to Tain along the Scotsburn Road. Somewhere up on that hill there's an old fuel dump, underground fuel dump, left over from I think it was the Second World War. Pretty sure it was the second. Invergordon was a big Navy base back in the Second World War. Oh, new tarmac. What a luxury. Make the most of it before they cover it in gravel. This is a dodgy little bridge. You always get some lunatic coming the other way too quickly. Get a bit of a view now over the Cromarty Firth to the Black Isle. They seem to be constantly building houses along here. There's the Cromarty Firth. You can see Nigg over there. Well, I tell you what, I'll pull over here. Right. There's an oil rig in the Firth over there. You can just see the Nigg point there jutting out into the Firth. There's a big industrial building on it. I'm pretty sure that used to be the pipe mill when I worked there, and they were building oil rigs. That was back in the 1970s and 80s. I worked there on the second oil rig they built, Highland 2, and the third. I worked on the actual Highland 2 rig itself. I was welding on that. And then when I went back for the third, I was working in the pipe mill. I'm pretty sure that's the pipe mill. I could be wrong. It's a long time since I was down that way. We'll maybe take the run along at some point. Right. I tell you what, we'll take a run along to Nigg. I haven't been down there for a long time. just about to join up with the A9 at Tain. Right, I'm going to turn off the A9 just here. I don't like being in a traffic jam. Fern, haven't been here for a long time either. Right, head down towards Nigg now. Right, so we're on the Nigg road. Did many trips on this road on the bus to work and back. Lots of memories of welding inside flotation tanks and up at the top of the rig. Right, this first bit here, this is the oil storage tanks. I worked on the construction of those tanks for a while. A short while. That was after I worked at the oil rig construction. Oil construction was more or less finished when I built that. This is the entrance. Is it the entrance? It's so long since I was here. Yeah, that's the entrance, and that's the pipe mill over there. What used to be the pipe mill. The big the far building, the big building. don't know if you can see the dock, the dry dock. Maybe might get a glimpse of it. Of course, the cranes have gone. There used to be two huge cranes in the dry dock. They ran on rails in the bottom of the dock. Is that the dry dock? Yes, it is. It's not dry at the moment though. It's full of water. Let's carry on down to the point here. There's actually a ferry that runs from here over to the Black Isle to Cromarty. Oh, it's not cheap. £5 for a single. Motorbike, £8. £8 with the rider. Car is £10. That's not cheap. It's more expensive than other ferries. Certainly more expensive than the Calmac ones. There's a few rigs in. Not as many as there used to be. For a while there was anywhere from 10 to 20 rigs in here, and that's the entrance to the dry dock there. Okay, I suppose we'll head back. It's a trip for another day along to Ballantor and Port Mahomet and the lighthouse and the airfield, the bombing range. I'm doing 40, it says 40 on my sat-nav, so bugger off. Unless it was the car behind me that was setting it off, might have been. This was the route the bus used to take. It wasn't a public service bus. There were a whole fleet of buses to take people backwards and forwards to work at Nigg. I'm not sure how many there were. There was a lot. I mean, talking, I don't know, somewhere between 50 and 100 buses, I would think. Of course, back then in the 1970s, the A9 was still a small road, really. I'll take it on a bit of the old A9, just so you get an idea of what it used to be like. There you go. This is the old A9, so you can see how narrow it is compared to the road now. So the bus journey to work was quite a long one. The old A9 went through just about every small town on the way. There was no bypasses. And there were no bridges either. Reasons I think that back in the 1970s this was the main road north from Inverness. All the traffic going north and south from Inverness to Thurso and everywhere in between came along this. And that's it. We have to rejoin the main road now, the new A9. Gives you a little taste of what it used to be like though. Going to pull off. There's some traffic coming up behind and I need to check something anyway. Down there's where the aluminium smelter used to be. That closed down, and when did that close down? A long time ago. I can't remember when it was. Decades ago anyway. How many, I'm not too sure. Okay. Right, I'm going to turn right here, back up to Ardross on the back roads. Here we are. Back on the road we came down earlier when we headed to Tame. Right, I'm going to sign off now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that little trip. And I'll speak to you on the next one. Bye for now.